This is your girl Sage, aka Sage the Urban Witch, and I am on for a live stream reading with you guys, okay? Now, before I get into it, you guys, Spirit is already chiming in, all right? Before I get into it, you guys, let me turn on my big screen so that I can see myself, okay? I decided to come on a little bit earlier today, you guys, because I got a lot going on today, and I wanted to make sure that I could squeeze in doing turn off the playback there. I wanted to make sure you guys that I had enough time to squeeze in to come in and give you guys that tea that you need to set you free, okay? While I take care of some other things afterwards, okay? Because I usually have a set time when I like to come through, okay? But we're just going to come through a little bit earlier, okay? It's all good in the neighborhood. I did send you guys a community post to let you guys know that I was coming on. So hopefully if you guys are on your lunch break, okay? Or you just kind of like taking a break, lounging around, or doing whatever it is that you do, okay? Hopefully you guys will have time to come through and say hi in the chat, okay? And come and get this reading, okay? But guys, we're going to focus on they stay hating while you stay winning, okay? Now, before we get into it, again, I want to thank you guys in advance. Welcome to my channel. I thank you in advance for the likes, the shares, and the subscribes, okay? I want to say that right off the bat, okay? Also, I want to thank you guys to those of you guys who are continuing to purchase readings from your girl, okay? It is very much so appreciated. I also appreciate the donations that you guys are giving to me through my business website, okay? So thank you guys so much. I do not take it for granted, and I thank you guys for trusting me with your energy and trusting me to help you on your spiritual journey, answer some questions that you guys seek where you're needing personal and spiritual clarity, okay? So thank you guys so much, all right? So now, y'all, let me clear my throat now. Excuse me. Everything was good until I got on, pushed the button, and now my throat is a little parched, but we're going to get through it, okay, at any rate, okay? But yeah, you guys, we're going to focus on today's read is they stay hating while you stay winning, okay? So, dear one, as I was meditating for this read, Spirit was letting me know that a lot of you guys who are a part of my collective, you guys are minding your business and just doing your thing, okay? A lot of you guys, you're the type of person where you're the first to try to make peace with people, and then when it doesn't work out, you just remove yourself. You're not all about all that rah-rah. You're not all about, a lot of you guys even trying to get the po-po involved or, make other people's lives complicated. You just remove yourself from the riffraff, okay, so that you can maintain your peace and so that people can go their own way, okay? So it's like I'm hearing you bow out gracefully, okay, when it comes to confrontation a lot of times, and when it comes to, even trying to get the last word, you guys are not even interested in that. It's like, okay, you want to be stupid? Go on over there on your side of the world, your side of the state, your side of town and be stupid. Just leave me the hell alone, okay? So a lot of you guys, dear one, I'm hearing from Spirit, you guys have made a lot of different moves in your life, okay? Where, you're exercising your right to remain in a state of peace, in a state of bliss, minding the business that pays you, got your head down to get your money up, doing all of those beautiful things. And yet, dear one, no matter how much you try to stay out of people's way, no matter how much you try to stay out of trouble and stay away from trouble, when trouble knocks, you don't answer. The more that you try to do this, dear one, it's just still very, very bizarre. And it's kind of weird that the more that you try to keep to yourself and mind your business, the more people stay hating, dear one. And I'm hearing from Spirit, this is the case for you guys, okay? Some of you guys are well aware of that and you don't give a damn, okay? Others of you guys, you may not be aware, but then every now and then you're like, damn, why people always got an attitude? Why this person say it like that? It wasn't even that deep. It wasn't even that serious, Why people go out of their way always trying to humble me? I'm not the one, okay? But dear one, that's why it is, okay? So we're going to focus on today's read, you guys. We're going to get a little bit of information in terms of why they stay hating while you stay winning, okay? So we're going to focus on, for the most part, dear one, whomever they are, dear one, why they stay hating, okay? Why they stay hating. All right, so here we go. Spirit, let my collective know, dear one, why they stay hating, okay? Whoever these people are. For some of y'all, it could be one particular person. For others of you guys, it's kind of like a collective common energy. It's like wherever you go, you deal with the same type of energy in a different body, okay? We have the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, okay? Dear one, I'm hearing right off the bat, people stay hating on you because you're the type of person, they see you as someone where, you know, you got the cheat sheet to life, okay? You're able to balance a lot of things, whereas other people would feel as though what you got going on, it would be too hard for them. You know, they wouldn't have enough resources. They wouldn't have enough, you know, time or hours in the day, okay? They wouldn't have enough knowledge or expertise or know-how. This person or people in general, dear one, they hating because they see you as someone that's able to juggle a lot of things, okay? And still make it look easy. You still make it look good, okay? Some of you guys, you could be juggling two jobs, okay? You could have a business and a gig, a side gig, okay? Some of you guys, you could have two jobs. Some of you guys, you know, you got one foot in this and one foot in that, okay? Others of you guys, you know, people feel as though you're the type of person where even though there could be a lot of things going on in your life, okay, you know how to manage things, you know, so that it doesn't get out of hand, okay? You know how to figure out how to create a solution rather than, you know, just throwing your arms up and, you know, flailing about in the wind, okay? People feel as though you don't need a lot of help. People feel as though, you know, you're very intelligent, you're very creative, you know, you're very self-sufficient. And this makes a lot of people, dear one, this makes a lot of people hate on you because they feel as though, you know, they hate the fact that you're independent, but yet they can be codependent and depend on people. And for one or two of you guys, I'm hearing from spirit, people hating on you, dear one, because they feel as though you don't need them, okay? You can manage it by yourself, okay? You can, you know, go out and get it and then come home and, you know, manage it, okay? You can go out and get it and then, you know, when it's all said and done, you know, you have a balance between work life and home, work and, you know, relationship, okay? You know, spend time on yourself. You know, you got your self-care on. You don't go outside looking like, you know, you've been lifting bricks all day. You know, you don't carry yourself where, you know, you need help and you can't make ends meet on your own. Like you need somebody to be in your world, even if you can't stand that person, you know. People, you know, they hate the fact, dear one, that there is something about you that screams independence. It screams, I could do it by myself if I need to. It also screams, dear one, even if you're in a relationship, that there's still a level of, you know, autonomy and, you know, you having your own mind and your own life where you're not totally dependent on that person, you know. You're not emotionally dependent, you know. You're not financially dependent, okay. Whoever you're with, dear one, they may make the bag, but, you know, you make it too, okay. So that if anything happens at the end of the day, you're going to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You're going to be able to manage things by yourself, okay. So a lot of people, dear one, they're hating on you because they feel as though, you know, you're out of your league. And for some of you guys, they feel as though the only way that they would be able to get next to you is if you were down and out, or if there was something that they had that you needed, and that way they would give them, you know, that would give them the upper hand over you. But because you're not in that type of situation, dear one, you're not in that bottom down situation, you know, you're not about that struggle love. You don't have to deal with it. You don't have to say yes to a motherfucker that, you know, you really just, your body screaming and everything, mind is screaming no because you don't want to be with them, but then you're thinking about, you know, how I'm gonna pay for this, or how I'm gonna have a roof over my head, or, you know, how I'm gonna, you know, pay for Junior's daycare, or this or that, okay? So this is someone, dear one, that is really hating on you, where the only way they feel as though they can get next to you or be in your life is if, you know, you were on a down and out, or that they had something, the little crumbs and the little things that they had to offer would be enough for you. So someone, dear one, they hating on you because they know that as much as they would like to, they can't step to you because you don't accept low offers. You know, you don't allow people to lowball you. You know, you still gonna get it, okay? Also, dear one, I'm hearing from Spirit, you got someone hating on you, dear one. They hating on you because you're very balanced, okay? You're very emotionally balanced, you know. You're very mentally balanced. There may have been a lot of things that have happened to you guys in the past. Some of you guys have just come out of, you could have just come out of a very toxic relationship. Some of you guys, this could have been a family relationship. Some of you guys, this could have been a work environment type of relationship. You know, you could have fell out with your bestie that you thought was a friend, but they turned out to be a frenemy. It could have been an ex-lover, ex-spouse, ex-fiance, whatever the case may be, dear one. Apply the situation where it fits. But I'm hearing from Spirit, you know, someone hating on you, dear one, because you're stronger than they thought that you were, okay? They had you pegged all wrong. They thought that, maybe because you look like, you got a baby face, you look a certain way, you show up a certain way, or grow, you just calm, cool, collected, you're not all into that rah rah. They consider your compassion and your quietness, your laid back, vibe, if you will. They consider that to be a weakness, and that, therefore that they could take advantage of you, okay? But what they didn't realize, dear one, is that, they never should judge a book by the cover, because despite what may be going on around you, behind you, despite, people talking shit about you, despite people, dear one, trying to set up traps for you, I'm hearing from spirit, you always seem to evade the traps, okay? You always seem for, something to happen, well, right in the nick of time, you are spared, okay? Or you are, rescued or delivered from something, whether that be on a spiritual tip or whether it be you figuring out something, or something panning out for you where you're not going to get caught up in a snare or a trap that someone has set for you, dear one. So I'm hearing from spirit, yeah, dear one, they hating while you stay winning, because while they're so busy trying to set traps for you, you're not falling in it, you're evading it, but the traps that they set for you, their ass is falling in it, okay? Because you're still balanced, you're still maintaining, you're still making it do what it do. Come through, spirit, all right? All right, let's find out, y'all, what else the spirit want to let you guys know, dear one. Why they hating? People have taken it personal. Your ability to bounce back. People have taken it personal, that you can see through their schemes and their traps, and you can see that, they ain't about shit, and rather than deal with them, you just gonna walk away and leave them right where they stand and where they lay, okay? Bars, come through, spirit. People are upset, dear one, and they stay hating because, they thought that all of the shit that they put you through, you was gonna be in a crazy house, you was gonna be mentally ill, popping pills, they thought that you was going to be addicted to drugs and all types of vices. Dear one, they thought that you was going to be addicted to them. Someone thought, dear one, that by abusing you, and then, taking you on that cycle of love bombing, abuse, I hate you, I love you, I hate you, go away, don't go back, don't come back, oh, I can't live without you, get away, oh, come back, all this up and down schizophrenic shit, okay? Somebody thought, dear one, that they was going to have you so just hemmed up and fucked up mentally that you was going to have like some type of Stockholm syndrome or something. And, despite all of that, dear one, you're still very much stable. You're stable and you're able. Come through, spirit. And they hating, okay? Let them hate with their crazy ass. This is somebody that's crazy. The energy that I'm picking up on. Looking at all of the blue there, they're very emotionally unstable, okay? Very moody, okay? Given bipolar, okay? Up and down, hot and cold. That's somebody, dear one, main particular person I'm hearing from spirit that's hating on you, okay? While you stay winning. Come through, spirit. Next message we have, you guys, comes from the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles, okay? I'm hearing from spirit, dear one, right off the bat. Somebody stay hating, dear one, because I'm hearing there has been like a changing, a switching, a changing of the guard, okay? I'm hearing ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So back in the day, dear one, whomever this person is, or for some of you guys, it's a group of people, could be a clique, it could be an old friendship circle, could be a family group or something of the sort. For some of y'all, it could be, old co-workers at an old job that you left behind, okay? But whatever it is, dear one, this group or this person in particular, they hating on you, dear one, because once upon a time, you may have needed this person. You may have had to come to this person, for help, I don't get paid until such and such time, auntie, mother, sister, boss man, bestie, lover, boo babe, can you help me out? Can you help me with this until I, get some funds and then I'll pay you back? Or, this happened, can I get a ride while, my car's still in the shop? It was like when it came to other people, dear one, people didn't care about lending them a helping hand, giving them money. That was the end of the story. They would say things like, for sure, I'll help you. I got you. That's what friends are for. I got you, babe. That's why I'm here. Oh, I got you, babe. I'm going to hold you down. Okay. I know you're going to make me, make up for that or whatever like that. I got you. Or whatever the case may be. When it was other people, dear one, it wasn't an issue. But when it came to you, it was like, whoever this person is, it's like they got off on the fact that you were in a bind. I'm hearing, I'm in the bind, Nate. Yeah, old school. They got off on the fact, dear one, that you were in a sticky situation and you needed their help. And they love being that type of person where they can look down on you and give to you like they was all that in a bag of chips with hot sauce and dip on the side. Like they goddamn Robin Hood, okay? Like, they the big Don Dada, now all of a sudden, they want to be the Lord in your life. Oh, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have did this, she wouldn't have made it. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have, all of a sudden now they got to tell all your business, they got to go on the party line and tell everybody how, you had to borrow money for this or that's going on in your life. They made your life, dear one, a spectacle because it really was like they weren't really trying to help you. Everything that they gave you, dear one, it has strings attached, and a lot of it had a lot to do with them, shitting on your name and, really marring your character and trying to set you up in a situation where you would always be dependent on them for something. But fast forward to now, dear one, I'm hearing you have flipped the script. And so this person that thought that, they were the giver and, you would always be down and out and you couldn't do anything without them and you had to depend on them. Now, all of a sudden, dear one, they need you. They're leaning and depending on you. Now, some of them, dear one, they're so prideful and arrogant that they haven't yet made it back around to say that they need help. The main one that laughed about you, the main ones that shitted on your name, the main ones that said that to your face and behind your back that you was never going to amount to anything, okay? That what you was doing, you ain't going to make no money doing that. Ain't nobody checking for you for that. Oh, that you can't do this, you can't do that. All of this stuff, dear one, they spoke curses into your life. They spoke discouragement into your life instead of speaking life and encouragement into you. And now, dear one, the tables have turned and now they need your help. Now that money, the bag ain't bagging like it used to be, okay? Yeah, now they're not able to make ends meet like they used to. Now people not coming to them, they not that, the big daddy, okay? They not big mama, the one that everybody comes to when they need help, okay? And now it don't feel good now. Yeah, ain't no fun when the rabbit got that motherfucking gun. Come through, spirit. So, this is why they hate me. Because they base their whole narrative in terms of, in some way, shape, or form, always having a one-up, a leg up on you, dear one. Always being the one that you would come to them and need them, okay? And it would never be the other way around. But, they never banked on the fact that, every dog has his or her day, okay? Now is their day, dear one. Now, some of them, they gearing up, trying to figure out a way to come back around and ask for help. They gonna do that fake ass, fake love, reconcile, I change, I'm sorry, this and that. And some of them, dear one, they're going to try to create a situation where it seems as though their proposition is like a good bargain. Like, this is going to be a win-win situation because not only is this going to help me out, this is going to help you out too. And I'm hearing from spirit, that's bullshit. Call bullshit on it now. It ain't going to help you out. It's certainly just to help them out, but it's just to make them look good and while they're doing it at the same time, okay? Like they're gonna try to do some type of mind games and shit to make it seem like it's a bargain or it's a good situation. Oh well, the economy is so bad, so why don't you come on home and you can save up money until you get back on your feet, or you can save up money until you get money for that down payment on that house or that condo. Come on home and save up that money, and then as soon as you get home, all of a sudden they'll flip the script on your ass. Well, I got to pay this and the property taxes are due and they behind, and you and your child, y'all eat too much, y'all eat me out of house and home, you're gonna have to pay rent. And you're like, what the fuck? That's not what you said. That's not the agreement. How I'm going to pay you rent, ho, and at the same time, I got to save up for a down payment on a house, okay? And I got to save up for, daycare. You said you was going to take care of my child while I saved up money and work. Now, all of a sudden, I got to pay you to take care of Junior. Now, all of a sudden, I got to put him in daycare. Bitch, you set me up, okay? Yeah, they did. Because they made it seem like they wanted it was going to be a win-win situation. You come, I love you. You come on home and, I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to make sure that, you got what you need. And in the meantime, you can save up. And, they said this, dear one, to make it seem like, yeah, they still need me. They can't do nothing without me. Meantime, they need your ass because they need somebody to help their ass cover that mortgage. They need somebody to help their ass pay for those back fucking property taxes. Yeah, they need someone to help put them some food in the refrigerator because, see, they ain't got none now. Yeah, and, they not getting enough from that Social Security. They not getting enough from that pension. Or, you know, you left their ass. You know, they thought that they was all that. And then when you left, they found out that you was the mojo that was making it run, ho. Come through, spirit. So now, you know, they can't make ends meet. Maybe now they lost their job. Now people ain't checking for them like they used to, because it was really your energy, dear one, that was making them look good. Uh-oh, I'm telling on somebody. Okay, so dear one, whomever this person is, dear one, in this particular situation, now that the tables are turned, they straight hating, dear one, because their pride either won't let them come back around and admit that they was wrong and they treated you like shit and now they need your help, or dear one, they're trying to dredge up a situation where it's gonna look like, it's gonna appear that they trying to help you out, that it's going to help you more than them. They talking about a win-win situation when it's really a setup from the get up. They just want you to help them and make it look like they the martyr, like they came to your rescue when really you came to theirs. Now, dear one, they're hating on you right now because you're in a situation where you got the one up over them, even though you ain't even thinking about that. But this person, dear one, whomever they are, they're always in competition with you. They're always in some type of competition of trying to be the, you know, the head honcho in charge, the one that always has their proverbial foot on your neck. So now that the tables have turned, dear one, you know, they feel very wretched about themselves because the one thing that they thought that they could hold over you for a sense of power over you and a sense of dominance, they no longer have. So they hating on you, dear one. They hating on your job. They hating on your bag. They hating on your business. They hating on the fact that you under your own roof paying your own bills and your name is on the shit and can't nobody put you out, okay? Unless you ready to get out. Come through, spirit. So this is why they hating. Yeah, but some of them, you know, it's like, oh wow, who are they now? Now that they're not the head honcho in your life, you know? So much of their identity, dear one, was tied to, you know, being the boss in your life, you know, dictating, you know, how you live, or always having this narrative that, you know, you need them, you sorry, you pitiful, you can't keep a job, keep a home, keep a man, keep this, keep that. You know, all of these lies and false allegations about you. As long as you was on the bottom down and they were given to you, it looked like what they were saying about you was true. Now they got to change the narrative, and now they got to find another identity. They got to find something else the fuck to do, dear one, because they're no longer able to lord over your life in some way, shape, or form financially, or make it look like, you know, you're dependent on them and you need them, when it's really the other way around. Come through, spirit. That's for a lot of somebodies, okay? Next up, dear one, we have the message, the magician in reverse. We have the magician in reverse. Yeah, I'm hearing from spirit, dear one, right off the bat. Somebody, dear one, they stay hating because they feel like, you know, you are some type of secret witch or secret warlock, okay? And the reason why they feel this way, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, is because, you know, karma has finally come around to bite them in the ass. And now as they're seeing you guys steadily climbing, they're looking at their life and saying, wait, hold up now, something ain't right here. What the hell is going on, okay? Because, you know, they feel as though they never would have, you know, seen the day where they would have gotten their consequences for fucking with you. They would have gotten their consequences for spreading those lies and those rumors about you. So, dear one, as quiet as you are, you ain't arguing no more. You ain't going back and forth no more. You're not checking on them no more. You're not in their DMs. You're not, you know, lurking on their social media. You're not doing none of that. They can feel it. They can feel that you pull back your energy, whoever this person is. And they're like, huh, wait a minute. Something ain't right here. This person ain't checking for me. They mighty quiet, you know, and then on top of that, they still getting the bag. On top of that, they still able to manifest. They got to be doing something dark. They got to be doing some magic. They cursed me. They hexed me, okay? So, dear one, there's someone that, you know, stays hating on you, dear one, because as much as they stay back in the cut, you know, lurking and competing and comparing themselves to you, they're noticing that their life is steadily declining. They're on a downward spiral. Yet, dear one, to the opposite, your life is steadily climbing up, okay? So they're like, oh, hell no, something ain't right. They got to be cursing me. They got to be hexing me. So as much as this person, dear one, continues to watch you, they stay hating while you stay winning, because they know that on a fundamental level, there is something that they did you know, they shouldn't have done. There was something that they said that they shouldn't have said, and now it has come back to bite them in the ass, and they are seeing the evidence of that showing up in their life, because a lot of things are now falling apart. Okay, I'm hearing things fall apart by Chinua Achebe. For all of you, you know, lit heads, you literature heads, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll let you girl. Okay, yeah, but that's one of the reasons, dear one, why this person is hating on you. Okay, yeah, some of them, dear one, they found out that, you know, they ain't the only one that's down with the craft. Okay, and they, you know, you ain't gotta tell everybody what you do. You ain't gotta tell everybody your skills. You know, you got the skills to pay the bills, baby. You got the spiritual sauce to be the boss. You ain't gotta let everybody know. But when they step to you, you know, wrong, you got an opportunity to set their ass straight. And them, dear one, they have learned the hard way and the long way that you're not to be fucked with. Okay, and you ain't gotta go shouting out to the world, you know, I'm that witch, I'm that wizard, you know, I'm that alchemist, I'm that healer, you know, I'm about it. Nah, but your actions will definitely speak louder than your words, particularly to your enemies. And a lot of them, dear one, they have found out the hard way. Yeah, and this is why they stay hating. You know, they thought that, you know, well, I was sworn into it, and they thought that just because they were sworn into it, dear one, they thought that, you know, they had a one up on you. Nah, not so. A lot of you guys, dear one, who are part of my collective, I'm hearing, you know, you wasn't sworn into it, you was born into it, baby. It's in your blood, so you trump this mofo, whoever he or she is. Okay, now they hating. Okay, don't be throwing that janky shit. Okay, don't throw it at me, I won't have to return it back to your dumb stupid ass. Come through, spirit. Yeah, I'm hearing y'all's return to senders be hitting. Okay. Ooh, we got a lot popping out. Okay. Yeah, that's a message, dear one. Y'all popping out. Okay. You're in the spotlight in some way, shape, or form. People hating because they see that, you know, whatever you started, you know, you didn't give up, and now you're starting to see some traction. They're hating on you, dear one, because you're getting that attention that they want. Okay. They're hating on you, dear one, because you're getting attention that you're being your authentic self rather than being fake like them. See, whatever type of clout they're getting, dear one, they're not being their authentic selves. Okay, I'm hearing, you know, they're robbing different parts of people's personality. They're robbing different parts of people's swag. They taking a little something, adding a little something, and making it seem like it's theirs. They're copycatting. They're trying to be a goddamn doppelganger. Okay, and so, dear one, they hate the fact that you can show up and be who you were designed to be. Okay, no holds barred, and you don't give a damn about what anybody thinks about you. You're not trying to keep up with the Joneses. Those motherfuckers don't pay your bills, and they don't give you no thrills. Come through, spirit bars. But this person, dear one, they feel as though, wow, I can't be who I really want to be because, number one, I have no identity. Number two, I'm insecure. Number three, I feel as though, I have somebody lording over me. I have a handler, so I can't go out and do what I want to do. So they hating on you, dear one, because they feel as though, you free as you want to be, you bad as you want to be. Some of y'all, you fine as you want to be. And they just hate it, dear one. They're over there eating their hearts out, watching you, especially when it comes down to, that juju that you do. Yeah, they can't get a one up on you. Okay, yeah, you can set them down several times is what I'm hearing from spirit. Okay, we pulled 3 cards. They just flew out, y'all, so I'll just take them one at a time. So the next message that we have, dear one, is planned pregnancy trap. Planned pregnancy trap. Dear one, somebody is hating on you because they tried to trap you with a baby. They tried to lock you down. They either tried to pretend as though the baby was yours and it wasn't, and you found out, you evaded that. Or flip it. They tried to get you pregnant and, say that, yeah, I'm going to make sure that you will never leave me. I'm going to make sure that I'm always in your life and I could be a revolving door and come in and out when I get ready. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to have this, I'm going to make you have my baby. I'm going to trap you with this baby. And then, you ain't going to be able to go too far. Okay. So this is some diabolical mud duck or gutter rat, dear one. And they hating on you because, they definitely wanted you to be, they baby mama or they baby daddy. And it didn't quite work out the way they had planned. Okay. Yeah. They thought that, simply by getting you pregnant, they would get the bag. Okay. Simply by getting you pregnant that, your money, your talent, your gifts, everything you got would be theirs. Okay. It would be like an easy transfer and they wouldn't have to do nothing, get up off their ass because, they done the work. They put a baby baby in you, or they done the work, they done got pregnant by your ass, or 50-50, motherfucker, what's yours is mine. Not quite. Not quite, okay? Didn't quite work out that way. So there is someone, dear one, that is sitting back in the cut, and I'm hearing from spirit, whoever they call themselves trapping, this person tricked them. They thought that, they got involved with someone that was a diamond like you, diamond in the rough. But when they really got down to it and peeled off the layers, dear one, they discovered that whoever they are with now, they stuck with, this is a goddamn cubic zirconium. They got fooled. They got bamboozled. And it's like, this is what the fuck you get, because you came into a situation, trying to be janky and trying to be deceptive from the start. It just so happens that now, instead of you trapping my collective, dear one, they got caught up with somebody that was more of a Decepticon than they was. And now they mad. And now they hating on you. For some of you guys, dear one, they tried their best to get you pregnant. And for whatever reason, I was like, man, I want to have a baby. You didn't know that he was a mud duck at the time. I'm hearing from spirit. You tried to have a baby, but your body just kept rejecting this person. And now, the person whose energy I'm tapping into, you have gone off into a harmonious relationship, and now you have been able to conceive. You got a baby on the way, or you already got one, and this person is hating like, damn, that should have been me. That should be my baby instead of that dude's baby, or something like that, dear one. Because whoever you're with now, it wasn't about this person trying to deceive you, to trap you, like it was for this mofo here that's, hating on you, okay? And tried to trap you with a baby, but it didn't work, okay? Come through, spirit. Next message we have, you guys, is funny, okay? So I'm hearing from spirit, dear one, somebody is hating on you because I'm hearing your personality. It's something about your personality, dear one. You draw a lot of people to you. You guys are very funny. You're very quick-witted. You're very humorous, okay? Also, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, you're the type of person where, you're easy-go-lucky. You don't let a lot of things get you down, okay? You understand that it rains on the just and the unjust. Hell, shit happens, okay? That's just life, okay? But, you get back up, you dust yourself off, and you try again. And, you're not afraid to laugh at yourself, okay? You don't take yourself so seriously. You don't take life so seriously. And because of that, dear one, a lot of blessings come your way because you guys have a heart of gratitude. You see things, as comical, okay? But it's something about, your sense of humor. Someone is they hating on the fact that you have a sense of humor. I'm hearing from spirit for one or two of them, dear one. It could be because they have a partner that, really likes your personality. And, this person, instead of paying attention to their partner, dear one, they're goosenecking at you, and they're trying to get their partner to be like you. Why can't you be funny like such and such? Or why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? It's like somebody wants you to take your personality, your quirkiness, your humor, and put it in the person that they're with, dear one, since they can't be with you. So this person is hating on something as frivolous as the fact that you have a sense of humor, as frivolous as the fact that, you have the type of personality where you're so light and laid back, and you draw people towards you because, they laugh, they have a good time. You take the edge off. People want to be around you. You're quick to make friends. I'm hearing from spirit that a lot of you guys are popular loners. It's kind of like, you don't mind being by yourself, but when you step out, baby, the crowd is around you. They leaning on your every word because it's something about your light, and you have a very, very beautiful personality, and you're funny. So you draw a crowd to you. But then at the same time, it's like more people are trying to be with you and be in your inner circle and be your friend than you're trying to be there. So you're very exclusive. So there's someone that's hating on you because they would love to be in your inner circle. They would love to feel special because they feel as though, dear one, you're so exclusive. So the people that have an opportunity to be around you, they're very blessed because you don't just let everybody in. And then when you let them in, though, dear one, once they pass the test, it's like all systems go. They know that, you're going to make sure that this person has a good time. They comfortable. You're loyal. You're a happy person. You see the glass is half full rather than half empty. You're not a negative person. You're not no Debbie Downer. You're going to encourage people. You're going to speak into them. And this person's like, damn, they got all of that going on for them, but, they won't let me in, or they got all of that going on for them. And it's like, damn, my current don't have what they have, and I'm jelly because I know that they not on my level. I know they not gonna be down to be a third wheel, and I also know they're not gonna leave whoever they with to be with me. So I'm hating. So it's giving, dear one, someone hates the fact that you got the type of quality, the type of personality that they don't have, that they wish they had. You know, they dry, they boring, okay? Ain't nobody listening to their ass, ain't nobody checking for them. And then not only that, whoever they with, dear one, they just as dry as they ass, okay? So, you know, they hating on you, dear one, because they know you have the type of personality that draws a crowd. You have the type of personality where, you know, hey, y'all got something to do outside of the bedroom. It's like after it's all said and done, you know, you got somebody that you with, and you're the type of person where people still laughing, people still having a good time, people still feel encouraged, and they like, damn, I wish I had that. Or damn, I wish I was that. So then when you got people that's hating on you because of your personality, because you funny, because you quirky, okay? Because you quick-witted, you keep people on their toes, okay? Yeah, and you're something that they're not, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit at the end of the day. So this is why they stay hating, okay? But it's all good. They stay hating and you stay winning, okay? Next message we got, dear one, is you got that pew pew. You got that pew pew. Do you have that 9mm Ruger with the red dot like your girl? That's a good one for all my high vibrational divine feminines out there. Y'all love to go to the range, okay, and shoot them up, okay, because you want to make sure that you can still hold it down when the hubby or the bae or the boo ain't around. Yeah, bars, okay. But I'm hearing from spirit, dear one, whoever you are, I see the little smiley faces out the corner of my eye, whoever that is. But I'm hearing from spirit, dear one, somebody is hating on the fact that, you know, you got that pew pew. In other words, you know, on a fundamental level, you guys know how to protect yourself, okay? You know how to make sure that, you know, you don't necessarily have to have a man or have one around. Or, you know, you don't necessarily have to be the type of person where you have to depend on the police or, you know, something outside of yourself to be able to protect yourself. So whether this is, you know, a pew pew literally or whether it's one figuratively, somebody is hating on the fact, dear one, that they cannot catch you slipping. Yeah, somebody is hating on the fact, dear one, that, you know, if they try to come for you and attack you, you know what? It's going to be the hardest fight of their motherfucking life, okay? They might come at you walking, but they're going to go away limping, okay? I guarantee you're going to get some good licks in, okay? They might go away on a stretcher. They may not go away limping or walking at all, okay? Because you're not the one to be fucked with. You guys know how to protect yourself physically. You know how to protect yourself, you know, verbally, you know, they talking that shit. Hey, you will throw it right back, okay? Nah, you know, see, you got that sense of humor. You funny now. Now, you will tell a motherfucker where to get off. And then, you know, at the end of the day, some of them, they would be so embarrassed that they would laugh because you caught them off guard, okay? Yeah, don't play with me. I'm hearing don't play with it. Don't play with it. Yeah. But not only, dear one, do you know how to protect yourself physically, some of you guys, you know, you also know how to protect yourself verbally. Okay, you can let somebody know, don't even try me. I'm not the one. You better go down the street and make a left, okay? Because, you know, you on the wrong street, partner. You barking up the wrong tree. Not over him. Okay. And also, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, somebody is hating because you know how to protect yourself spiritually. Yeah, I'm hearing you got those spiritual guns, baby. Okay, some of y'all got some ancestors now. They don't play about y'all. They always got that leg leveraged up, ready to kick off in that ass or somebody that comes to mess with you. Okay, so somebody, dear one, they've tried you now. They've tested you. And somebody have just looked at you. They have piqued your energy. They've done a little scan like, oh, hell no, that ain't the one. You know, they look quiet. You know, they got a baby face. They got a dimple on the left cheek, okay? Yeah, they got that strut. They got that walk, okay? They look like, you know, they in their femininity. But nah, you know, some tell me this bitch got a pocket knife. You know, this bitch is just well off and just slice my damn neck off. Nah, I ain't gonna mess with that one right there, okay? She might take off her heel and punch me in my eye with it, okay? So it's something about you guys' energy, dear one, when people, you know, they do a double take, okay? When they look at you and think about trying to make you a target or a victim of some sort, whether it be physically, whether it be verbally, you know, trying to, you know, clown you, you know, trying to humble you. Nah, you gonna get humbled, partner. You ain't gonna humble me, right? Or whether they try to come at you spiritually, okay? You guys know how to protect yourself, and you know, people hating, okay? Mostly If this is a male, somebody giving off big bitch energy, they don't fuck with mofos that piss standing up just like them. They try to mess with a woman. Bussy, straight bussy here, okay? But they'll get their ass handed to them. And some of them, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, they already have, because they tried you. And they tried to test you, dear one, and they failed the test. Okay, come again. Okay, yeah. So that's some of the messages, dear one. Let's get some more cards. Okay, I'm gonna pull just a few more. Okay, just to give you guys that quick tea that you need on this beautiful Monday evening, day, morning, whatever time that it is in your neck of the woods. Okay, dear one. Also, while I'm shuffling, I want to remind you guys once again that personal readings are still currently available. So if you guys would like to get a personal reading with your girl, all you have to do is email me at WizdomandSage@gmail.com. Okay, that's WIZDOM and sage@gmail.com, and then write personal reading in the subject line so we can get the party started. Okay. Also, you guys, the link to my website is in my bio. Check out what type of offerings that I offer with the personal readings as well as the prices. Okay. All right. And then the next message we have is the sadness in reverse. Okay, we have the sadness in reverse. I'm hearing from spirit right off the bat, dear one. They stay hating, dear one, because you don't stay sad, because you don't let something get you down and stay down. Okay, I'm hearing, you may go through things, you go through your little depressions, or you go through your situations, something that'll make you feel bad or sad or depressed, but you get back up. You don't stay down. You don't stay down too long where it becomes a habit, where you end up having to now get therapy or counseling, where you end up now having to take medication. You end up now thinking about taking your life. Nah, it ain't never going to be that serious for you. You may go down, but you're not going to stay down. You're going to get back up. Okay. So somebody is hating, dear one. This is someone that is miserable, and they want you to be miserable just like them. Okay. They hate the fact, dear one, that they cannot get up under your skin. They hate the fact, dear one, that as much as they try to do janky, raggedy shit behind the scenes, that you still bounce back. Okay, and they hate the fact, dear one, that you're the type of person where you don't want to be around miserable people. You just as soon, rather be by yourself than to be with somebody that's miserable, because you're not trying to talk people off the ledge. You're not trying to be accountable for grown ass people that know how to take care of themselves, and you're not going to allow people to trauma dump on you and to put all of their bullshit and all of their stress and anxiety onto you and all of their baggage. You're just not going to do that. Okay, now there's someone, dear one, come through spirit. I'm in the ethers, y'all. I'm going to try to not be up here too long, okay? But there is someone, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit. This particular person, dear one, they thought that they were going to really break you down, okay? They was very abusive verbally or physically, or they did something where they were always trying to create setups and setbacks in your life, okay? Now, this person thought that by the time you were able to leave, that you would be no more good, okay? That you would never love again, that you wouldn't believe in love, okay? I'm hearing fuck love. They thought that, you would never trust anybody. You would be a very lonely, untrustworthy type a person where you didn't trust people and you didn't allow people in your inner circle. They just wanted you to be alone, abandoned, neglected, abused, confused, befuddled, okay? This person essentially, dear one, they wanted you to be how they feel about themselves on the inside. But whatever happened to you, dear one, whether it was a toxic relationship, okay, with a former partner, or with a bestie that was crazy, or with a family member, whatever it was, dear one, you got over it. You healed. And, now you're doing better, okay? Now you know how to suss people out. Now, when you see people exhibiting those same type of qualities, you're like, oh, hell no, I'm out of here. I'm not going to stick around, okay? So, you're happy again. You found your bounce back. You found your happy. You found your glow back. And whoever this person is, they're one that thought that, this will be the last that people saw you being so happy and so vibrant and the type of person that's a go-getter and going for what you know and doing things. This person, dear one, they wanted you to abort your destiny. This is someone, dear one, that from the start they knew that, you had a lot of beautiful things to offer to the world, to offer to anyone, dear one, that came into your orbit. They know that you had they knew from the start, dear one, that you had a very powerful calling over your life. And they set out, dear one, to try to destroy you, to try to break you down. I'm hearing kill, steal, and and destroy. And they hate the fact, dear one, that, fast forward to now, you didn't stay down. Fast forward to now, you're not depressed, you're happy. You're turning your pain into purpose. You're turning your purpose into, profit. You're doing the damn thing, okay? And this person is mad, dear one. They thought that they was going to break you down and that you would never be any more good. This is a diabolical janky here, okay? This is someone, dear one, that they hating on the fact that you stay winning. They hating on the fact that, whatever happened to you, you telling your story, and it's a good story. It's a rags to riches story. It's a story of you being an overcomer. It's not that story where, this happened to me and now I can't get back on my feet, and, now, woe is me, and, you got a chip on your shoulder, and now you just this forever victim, and you don't trust nobody, you don't love nobody, because this person wanted you to be miserable by yourself, no love, okay? I'm hearing that old school song, all by myself. Yeah, they wanted you to be that. But, that's a no-go, dear one. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why they stay hating, because they like, damn, what I did to you, ho, that would have taken me out. Why you still strong? Why you still getting up? Why you won't die? Why you won't quit? Why you not depressed? Why you still happy-go-lucky and still see the glass as full rather than half empty? Why you still believe in love? Why are you still dating? Why you still, got your foot out there trying to, go for what you know and trying to fulfill your dreams? Why? Because she ain't you, ho. That's why. Yeah. So, dear one, you got somebody that's so mad just because, you have grit, you have staying power, you have tenacity, you have strength, okay? And they hate. Ain't this about a bitch? All right, dear one, I'm going to pull maybe one more card, okay? And give you guys just a little bit more tea in terms of, dear one, why they stay hating. You guys are all winning. You minding your business, okay? And you got people sitting back in the cut, they hating on the fact that, you're an overcomer. They hating on the fact that, you're strong, you're resilient, you're a loving, kind person, and you didn't allow what happened to you to change who you are, okay? Just because bad things happen to you, that don't mean that you have to turn into a goddamn psychopath or a sociopath just because, you ran into one. And it's like somebody wanted, it's like they wanted to project all of their darkness onto you, it's like they wanted you to come to the dark side, and it's like, nah, I think not, okay? I know balance, I work with the light and the dark, but I'm not gonna go all the way rogue, okay? Nah, that's you do that. You stay in the gutter, motherfucker. Nah, I got things to do. I got places to go. I got people to see, okay? I got things to do with my life. There's a purpose on my life. Now, if you want to go and be in the gutter, you go do that. But leave me out of it, okay? Yeah, somebody hating their one because, they ain't got no love. They a sociopath, okay? They ain't got no feelings, no empathy, no murk. Come through, spirit. And they wanted you to be just like them. They hate the fact that they couldn't break you, because somewhere along the line, dear one, somebody broke them. Somebody took the light out of their eyes. Somebody stripped the light from them, the innocence, the hope, the willpower from them, dear one. And they thought that they was going to pay that raggedy shit forward and do the same thing to you. But it didn't quite work out that way. And they hating. Well, hate you, miserable motherfucker. Don't nobody care, okay? We don't care. I'm here to tell you that we don't care. Come through, spirit. Shit. All right. One last card, you guys. We're going to make this the last message, okay? And we have, if this was in reverse, it's the confidence card. So cute. Look at the little smiley face. But it was in reverse, dear one, okay? So you know what that means. Dear one, somebody is hating on the fact that, you're confident, that you're grounded. This is someone, dear one, that they could have really been working to try to break you down, to break down your self-esteem, to make you feel bad about yourself. This could have been someone that is constantly, that used to, or if they're still in your life, dear one, you might see them, they're constantly trying to, talk about how you look, your weight, your this, your that. They always trying to find a flaw or some type of, something wrong with you. They always point it out. You can have, 5 things going right for you that day and 1 wrong. They're going to point out the wrong and overshine all of the right shit, okay? Everything beautiful about you, or everything that you did, or everything that you are, or everything how you make people feel, or everything, every goal that you accomplish, okay? They'll focus on that one fuck up, or that one time in the blue moon when you needed their help out of the 5-10 years that you've known they raggedy ass. They focusing on that one time, okay? Because they trying to overshadow everything else that you did, because they don't want you to love yourself. They don't want you to feel good about yourself and to be confident. Now, it hasn't worked, dear one. It hasn't stuck, okay? All of the criticism, all of the judgment, all of them, wanting you to continue to seek their validation. They want you to stand, and twerk in a corner with your goddamn pinky trying to say, look at me, look at me. They want you to want their attention so bad. They want you to want their validation so bad. They want you to lean and depend on them and to look at them as if, they're your mirror, and whatever they say back to you in terms of what you are, like you're supposed to believe it. And they're mad, dear one, that you have your own mind, and despite how they try to make you feel unlovable, unworthy, unattractive, you're like, fuck that. I know I look good. I know I'm the shit, okay? I know I got it going on. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, bitch. I'm the head and not the tail, bitch, okay? That's your ass. You broken toe down from the flow down. That ain't me. Don't try to project your shit on me. Okay, come through, spirit. So despite the type of environment you guys have grown up in or been around, the type of fake friends you guys have been around, smile in your face, talk about you and plot behind your back, okay, want to stab you in it rather than have your back, they want to stab you in your back, okay? Despite all of that, dear one, despite, you having, parents, toxic mothers or siblings, and, they were supposed to love you, support you, pour into you, but meanwhile, they too busy trying to compete with your ass, okay? Despite all of that, dear one, you guys, manage to pull yourself up and look yourself in the mirror and see yourself as the way that Spirit and the Most High and your ancestors see you, rather than the way that these raggedy motherfuckers see you. You're no longer looking at yourself through the eyes of your oppressor, and they hate that. No matter what they say or what they try to do, you look good. You got it going on. You talented and you gifted and you skilled, okay? You got the skills to pay the bills. You got the sauce to be the boss. Come through, Spirit. And it ain't nothing that nobody can say to you or do to you to make you think otherwise. And they hate that. Yeah, because you're confident anyway, okay? You're grounded in knowing who you are. And they hating. This is someone that hates themselves. Yeah. This is someone that when they can't stand to be alone, they got to be, around somewhere, trying to see, where they can get in, where they can fit in. Okay. They hate the fact that they couldn't, get in to fit in with you, and they couldn't use you and abuse you. They couldn't use you as their leg. They couldn't make you their meal ticket. They couldn't make you feel like, you couldn't do no better than them, even though they treated you like shit. I'm hearing, you ain't never gonna do better than me. I'm the best thing you ever had. I'm the best you got. You proved them wrong, dear one. You made a liar out of them, okay? You didn't need them. They needed you. They tried to break you down, but it did not work, okay? Yeah, they tried to make you feel how they feel. They hate themselves. They think they're ugly. They think they're unattractive. They hate the fact, dear one, that you're gifted, okay? They hate the fact that you know who you are. They hate the fact that, you're not worried about trying to keep up with the Joneses, okay? You're not worried about, what people think about you. You don't give a damn, okay? At the end of the day, if they really was about it, they would be off minding their own motherfucking business and getting their own bag and, tending to their own affairs instead of trying to break you down, instead of trying to make you feel bad about yourself or about your gifts or about how you look or about what you're doing, okay? So you guys, even if you don't say it, come through, Spirit, you guys now are exuding this energy of, you don't like me? Fuck you. I don't care. Because who are you, okay? Because the main ones, dear one, they really, really like you, truth be told. Like the trolls that we have, like the trolls that your girl have, is a bitch up in here now, okay? She's a troll. She's a confused troll. Bitch, you a hater. Bitch, you love me, evidently, because if you didn't, you wouldn't make time out of your motherfucking schedule, ho, to show up and come see me. Holla at your girl, bitch. Get my numbers up, ho. Yeah. Come through, Spirit. So a lot of you guys are like that as well. You don't go flailing off in the corner. Oh my God, they try to make me feel bad for my gift, or they're talking about me because they're jealous of my hair, they're jealous of my eyes, they're jealous of the fact that I've lost weight and I've worked really hard, and they're trying to make me feel bad. you're jealous of the fact that now it's my turn to shine. You know, I've been so quiet. I've sat on the sidelines and I've watched everybody else get it and I rooted for them. But now that it's my turn, everybody wants to hate on me. Oh, well, it's me. Why do people treat me so bad? Nah, fuck that. If you don't like it, motherfucker, get on. If you don't like it, why you always trying to talk to me? You know what Fantasia say? If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. Free yourself, ho. You evidently claiming you don't like me, but we all know it's a lie, okay? Because people that really don't like people, they don't make them a center of their attraction. They don't make them the center of their universe. They don't take time out of their day, whether they working or not. Half of them ain't working. You need a job, ho, instead of coming up in here. I'm at work, okay? What the fuck are you doing? People don't get money to be a troll. Ain't no money in that hole. You in the wrong line of business, bitch, okay? Yeah. But dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, they're upset, dear one. They hating on the fact that, whatever type of mind games, whatever type of Spengali that, they trying to project onto you, dear one, it's not working. You're never going to feel bad about yourself, okay? Especially when it comes to this person, because you already know they jankety and they raggedy and they motherfucking toe up from the flow up. Come through, spirit, straight like that, okay? So yeah, they mad, dear one. They hating because they like everything they try to do, everything they try to throw at you is not working. Yeah, they're not hurting your feelings, okay? You ain't got no feelings when it comes to these raggedy rogue motherfuckers that you don't even know. I don't even know your ass from a can of paint. You a goddamn keyboard gangster. And the same shit that you saying online, bitch, you would never say in my face because you know I would knock your teeth down your motherfucking throat, ho. So, just laugh at these. They just raggedy. They just janky. Laugh at these goddamn roaches. They ain't got nothing else better to do. They showing they ain't got no life. They ain't got no job. They ain't got no money. No murk. They just lost. Okay? And we don't care. Okay? And this is why, dear one, come through, spirit. This is why, dear one, they stay hating while you stay winning. Okay? Yeah. So, dear one, that is your tea, y'all. That's your tea that you need to set you free. I'm going to give you guys some signs, okay? And then I'm going to say hi to the chat, and then we're going to erase the roach, okay? The roach shall go. And then I'm going to turn it loose, and you guys going to enjoy the rest of your beautiful day, evening, morning, noon, night, whatever that it is in your neck of the woods, okay? Yeah, so here we go, y'all. Let me give y'all some signs. Come through, spirit. For those of you guys where this message most resonates, you or they, dear one, could very well be a Pisces, Aries, Leo, Gemini, Capricorn, Scorpio, Taurus, and Libra, if I did say so already. Cancer rising, Aries moon, Gemini moon, Aqua aka Aquarius, okay? That's all I'm hearing. Thank you, spirit. All right. So now, y'all, that I've given y'all the tea that you need to set you free, okay? This is why they stay hating, y'all. They stay hating while you stay winning. Just laugh at these raggedy motherfuckers. They're so pathetic. Yes, they are, okay? Anytime, you just taking so much time out of your day, out of your schedule to try to impact me, to try to make me feel bad instead of trying to focus on yourself to make you feel good. You focus on the wrong thing. You all fucked up. Ain't no money in that. I guarantee you ain't paid to do what you do, okay? So not only are you a loser, you a broke loser. You's a brokey. You's a broke motherfucker, okay? We don't deal with brokies over here. We don't deal with the energy, y'all. Rebuke the brokies. Yeah. Okay? All right, let me come look at the chat, y'all. Let me see what's going on up in here, okay? So, first, I see Rhonda Collins, 5089, says, hello, everyone. So Rhonda says hello to everyone in the chat, okay? Hello, Rhonda. How are you, sweetheart? I hope that you are doing well and everything is good in your neighborhood, okay? Yeah. And then next we have Mahi Manj. I hope I said that right, okay? Please forgive me if I butchered your name, dear one, but hello to you as well, okay? Yeah, I'm seeing some new faces, you guys, and I love that because what I was saying before, more, you know, as more and more as I see you guys in the chat saying hello and then dropping your comments and letting me know how the readings are resonating with you on those days during the live streams when I decide to, you know, select a very lucky subby to do a yes, no, a free yes or no oracle message, I'm going to select somebody that I see a lot. I want to make sure that you're not just some passerby, okay? We don't like mofos that just, you know, they go to a 4 or 5 star restaurant, they eat a good meal and then belch and don't leave a tip, okay? We don't do that. We don't do drive-by. So I'm looking, your girl is looking for those to make sure you're a part of my tribe, okay? So I want you to show up, okay, and drop those beautiful comments in the comment section, okay? Also, as far as the comment section, you guys, on the days that I don't do live streams, which usually is like Friday or Saturday, those are the days where I'll do like a premiere, okay? Because, you know, I really be having a lot going on the weekends. That's when you guys can drop some comments in the comment section. And I just recently did a reading on Chris Brown. And I hope that you guys got a chance to check it out. But if you didn't, y'all need to go and check out that read because I really enjoyed doing it. And I got a really good response from it, okay? Yeah, so go and check out the recent reading that I did. I believe it was, it dropped on the 4th of July, okay? So y'all can go and check that out and leave some comments and, you know, see how you like the video, okay? How you like the read, okay? So now we have chat with Sandy. Sandy says, hello. Hi, Sandy. How are you? I hope that everything is well with you as well, sweetheart. Melissa, I think that I've seen you quite a few times, so that's a very beautiful thing, okay? That shows that, you know, you have gotten the memo, dear one, and you're one of the ones that you're banking on getting a free reading. So when the time comes, I can select you because I see you a lot, okay? So very good. And then we also have Stephanie, okay? I've seen you, Stephanie. Okay, hello to you as well, sweetheart. Okay, keep showing up. Okay, it's a very good look, it's a very good thing. Okay, and then we have Cheryl Ayers, Taurus Cusp. Okay, what's up, Cheryl? Hello to you as well, sweetheart. Okay, I might have seen you one other time, I'm not sure. I'm looking more at the avatar rather than the name, and for whatever reason it seems like I've seen you before, which is a really good thing. Okay, but nonetheless, welcome, sweetheart. I hope that all is well with you. Okay, yeah, so y'all, that is that. Okay, so I'm gonna bid you guys farewell. Okay, and I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, and until next time, you guys, stay beautiful. Oh, James says, hi, Sage. Thank you for everything. Hey, James. Welcome. And you are very welcome, okay? Yeah, you're very welcome, sir, okay? Glad to see you, you know, in the 11th hour. I was just getting ready to push the button. I'm on my way out, but I saw you, okay, out the corner of my eye. So how are you? And then Stephanie says, how are you? I'm doing well, love. I am doing well, okay? I got a lot of energy today, okay? And so I'm trying to get a lot done. I decided to come on early because I do have some things to do with hubby in a few more minutes, maybe like in another half hour to an hour. So I said, let me just come on through and, you know, do the read for my crew a little bit early, okay? And I did leave a little message for you guys in the comment, in the, what do you call it, in the community board, so you guys can know that I was coming on a little bit early, okay? And I'm glad to see that you guys have showed up, okay? So y'all came through for the lunch hour, okay? But everything is well, Stephanie. Everything is all good, okay? Thank you so much for asking, okay? All right, you guys. And so until next time, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay great. Peace. Okay, y'all, it don't want to end. I don't know what's going on. Let me see.